we love food, colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks, as we learn about food through books. Today we're going to be reading We Like to Eat from Our Gardens. And this book is from the Michigan Nutrition Network and the Michigan Fitness Foundation. And I don't know about you, but I like to eat from my garden. And we're going to be learning some about some children who plant gardens and some of the things that they like to eat from theirs. Did you know you don't need a lot of space to grow a garden? Start small. Place seeds and small plants in buckets, milk jugs, cut in half, or hanging baskets. These containers can be placed on your front porch, in your backyard, on your windowsill, at home, or at school. And I know some of the children have been planting gardens at school, so we'll be anxious to see how those grow. But families, it might be fun to plant a garden at home. Hi, I'm Daniel. Early in the spring, we built a raised bed garden at our school where we planted carrots, eggplant, and spinach. Weeding our garden kept us busy and moving. Hi, my name is David. In a large open garden at my school, we planted cabbage, yellow squash, and zucchini. Our garden wasn't ready to harvest when school ended, so some of us volunteered to help over the summer. And I know that's what happens at some of our schools that have gardens. The benefit of volunteering over the summer is you might get to take home some of those vegetables when they're ready to eat. We watered and weeded and watched our garden grow. When the vegetables were ripe, we harvested them. We used the zucchini to make a pasta with zucchini sauce. Yum! Hi, I'm Patricia. At my school garden, we planted different fruits and vegetables such as cherry tomatoes and radishes and bell peppers. The best part was when we picked and washed the vegetables and then ate them fresh right from the garden. And they taste really good when we eat vegetables straight from the garden. We also planted an herb garden where we grew basil, mint, sage, and lavender. These herbs made our garden smell so wonderful. I planted some herbs in my garden this week, and they really do smell delicious. We are twin sisters, Anna and Sarah. Tomatoes, and I've got some tomatoes right here that we're going to talk about, and cilantro. And cilantro is a delicious herb, grew abundantly in our school garden. We use them to make salsa, and that's what we're going to be making today. And enjoyed it with some tortilla chips. Salsa is one of our favorite school garden recipes. We loved gardening at school, so my sister and I decided to grow some fruits and vegetables in a container at home. We planted cucumbers and grape tomatoes and even Mom's favorite, jalapenos. There are other kinds of gardens that are easy to take care of when there are many hands to help. Let's see what is happening around in different communities. Ann and Sarah's neighbors planted fruits and vegetables in the backyard of their community center. They grew peas and pumpkins and potatoes. These ingredients are used in a delicious vegetable curry, one of their favorite recipes. Neighbors from other countries like to grow different fruits and vegetables in their gardens. In Patricia's community garden, some families planted okra, Chinese broccoli, and bitter melon. They use them to make their favorite traditional foods like broccoli stir fry. In David's community, neighbors got together and planted a Three Sisters garden. This type of garden has corn, beans, and squash. 3 plants that help each other to grow. The Native American tradition for growing healthy foods is also healthy for the soil. And I don't know about you, but I really like beans and corn and squash. All these foods just sound so delicious. In the fall, when school starts back and the weather gets cooler, we can plant vegetables in our hoop house, and that's kind of like a little greenhouse. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and kale grow happily in the cooler temperatures. Those are cold weather crops, so you can plant those even when it's not summertime anymore. All year long, we learned how to grow and harvest fruits, vegetables, and delicious foods from our garden. We learned that gardening can keep us fit and healthy. We tasted fun recipes and discovered how much we like to eat fruits and vegetables straight from our garden. We like to garden, and we hope you will give it a try too. And today, since we have tomatoes and cilantro, we thought it would be a great time to try the children's recipe from our book to make salsa. So salsa starts out with tomatoes, and a lot of times, especially some of our younger children say, I don't really like tomatoes, but they really like salsa. So if we can make it into a recipe that they enjoy, that's a good way to get that fruit or vegetable into their diets. Some of us might not have fresh tomatoes, so you could also use diced canned tomatoes. Canned tomatoes are actually preserved at the peak of freshness, so they're going to be a good substitution when you might not have fresh ones available. The next ingredient in our salsa is onions, and I brought some long, skinny green onions. These kind of look like long snakes, don't they? They actually grow in the ground. This is the root, and they're going to be covered with dirt when you're ready to harvest these. You pull them out. We always need to make sure we wash our fruits and vegetables because they do grow in the ground, in the dirt. But we're going to take our onions and we're going to chop those up. And a good thing about salsa is you can make it however you like it. So you can add as many different kinds of peppers as you want. You can add as much onion as you want. You can add as much garlic as you want. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can use garlic powder. 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder equals 1 clove of garlic, so that's a good substitution. We're going to add some lime juice, and if you don't have fresh lime, you could use lime juice concentrate. And we're going to put in a little bit of salt. And once we stir all of that together, we're going to add some of this delicious cilantro. And cilantro is a yummy herb that goes in a lot of Mexican foods. You can buy cilantro in a bunch at the grocery store, or you can grow your own on a plant. If you buy a bunch at the grocery store, it's going to come in a plastic bag. But if you want it to stay fresh longer, put it in a jar of water and then put the bag that you got it from the grocery store, the little produce bag, over the top of it and tie it up and sit it in your refrigerator, and it's going to last for quite a while. It doesn't get slimy like it does if you just put the bag of cilantro in the produce tray of your refrigerator. But we're going to wash our cilantro. You can use just the leaves, or you can use the leaves and the stem and chop that up. And once again, you can put in as much as you want. Our recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. And once you get your cilantro made, you can enjoy it with some delicious chips. So I encourage you to try making some homemade salsa for your family. Make it to your family's preferences as far as how hot it is or how spicy it is, and enjoy that delicious way to eat some vegetables today. I hope you've enjoyed this segment of Storytime Cooks as we continue to learn about food through books.
Hi, this is Tim Anders from the Allegheny County Library. I want to thank Carmen Long for allowing us to come in and give this special announcement about the Allegheny County Library story time and also about our Summer Learning Program coming up. Here's some information that I know that you will want to hear.
If you have a child in preschool, to give us a call or come on Monday morning at 10:30 for story time here at the library. Yay! Ta-da! Summer learning will be beginning on June the 5th. You can come to the library and sign up between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. We're going to be serving hot dogs outside, and you can get a hot dog and your bag and your reading logs and check out some books. And the theme this year is Tales and Tales. This kind of tale right here, Tails, that is like animal tales. And Tales, that's like when you hear stories, that kind of tales. So make sure you come by on Saturday, June the 5th, and sign up for summer learning. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods